Yeah. They see the yachts. They see the real estate portfolios. But they don't see the sleepless nights in the trenches. To be a leader, you gotta be willing to stand alone in a room full of wolves and feed them all.
Majestic music.
Biggest. Look. White linens sitting at the head of the table. Broke bread with killers, now we corporate and stable. I seen the structural damage before they built the facade. You looking at a leader, but they labeling me a god. It take a certain precision to navigate through the dark. You chasing a couple dollars, I'm building Noah's Ark. Bail money on deck, corporate lawyers on speed dial. We turn a rented corner store into a gold mine. The master architect, tracing lines on the map. I took the paint from the pavement and put it into the rap. Never complain about the weather when you owning the jet. I'm paying taxes in millions, they still paying the debt. Yeah, look at the vision, clear as a diamond cuts. They want the crown, but they never could find the guts. I stood in the rain till the fabric was soaking wet. Now it's custom threads, silk shirts, and zero regret. They want a follower, but I was born a leader. Pouring champagne, looking down from the theater. We came from nothing, now we pulling up in black trucks. The money stack up, the real bosses stand up. Yeah, you looking at a leader. Heavy is the crown, but the vision getting clearer. Look. Real leadership is knowing when to let them talk. You see the shadow of a giant when you see me walk. I fed the block, now I'm feeding the board of directors. We went from dodging the sirens to buying up sectors. Blue Bel-Air on the ice, Cuban links on my neck. But the greatest wealth I ever held was self-respect. They talk about the matrix, I'm the one who bought the building, leaving the states. And trust to secure the children, you got a title, but you lacking the execution. I brought the structure to the streets, acquire revolution. The top floor of the high rise, looking at the city lights. I pray for days like this during them bitter nights. We don't bow down, we just create the lane. The true leader absorbs the loss to let his people gain. I put my brother in position just to watch him shine. If you eating at my table, you ain't dropping dimes. You can buy a chain, but you can't buy respect. You can get a title, but you can't buy a legacy. A boss commands the room, a leader builds the foundation so the whole room can elevate. When the storm comes, everybody runs to the boss. And I am the star! Now we counting currency that they don't print in the States. International banking, offshore accounts by the gates. I sat with presidents, discussed the imports and the tax, while these internet leaders still posting fiction on their tracks. I'm a different breed, cultivated from the gravel, unpacking the luggage just to watch the empire unravel in a good way. Branches reaching out to Tokyo, 1,000 keys of ownership, no longer just a studio. I put the work in, 20 years without a blemish. I started projects that these jokers never get to finish. Look at my eyes, you see the hunger of a billionaire. We built a syndicate, a brotherhood that's built to last. So when you mention power, make sure you say the name. The only sovereign entity that survived the game. They want a follower, but I was born a leader. Pouring champagne, looking down from the theater. We came from nothing, now we pulling up in black trucks. The money stack up, the real bosses stand up. Yeah, you looking at a leader. Heavy is the crown, but the vision getting clearer. Yeah, look at what we built. From the concrete to the penthouse,
Majestic music.
a true leader doesn't count the money, he counts the lives he changed. Check the scoreboard, we never lose, we just acquire assets. Biggest.